everyone, and welcome to Louie Loves. And for today's video, I'm going to share with you my first solo travel to Seoul, South Korea. Travel tips, attractions, and what I learned from solo traveling. First thing I did is to book my airport to hotel transportation, but when I arrived at the Incheon airport, my ride wasn't there. I gave it a good 30 minutes before calling the agency that I booked with, and the minute I hang up the phone with them, 2 minutes after, there was this local gentleman entering the gate with my name on his placard. And so I approached him and I asked, are you here for my ride? And he said, yes, I'm here to take you to your hotel. And he's very apologetic, and even though I waited for 30 minutes for my ride, I still gave this agency a thumbs up, because what they did for me was just very, very kind, and I will tell you why. Because of the mishap we had at the airport, I was late for my hotel pickup for my first day trip in Seoul. And the minute that the gentleman who drove me from the airport to my hotel heard this, he told the person at the concierge to actually call my tour guide, because he's willing to drive me to where they're at. And that's exactly what he did. And not only he gave me a full refund of my money, he drove me to where my tour was for free. And he wished me well, and he apologized relentlessly. He was like, I am so sorry that it caused you so much inconvenience. And I'm like, no, don't even say it, because you made up for it. Your kindness and your sincerity made up for it. So don't worry about it. And I just had high praises for this agency. It's called Funtastic Korea, and I believe that they had a different name now. And I will search them up and I will add it to the description, because I recommend them very much. And I was able to catch up with my tour at the Cheongyecheon temple. And then I booked daily tours with Viator Korea. Yes, I am traveling solo, but having the other people with me on the tour makes me feel safer as a female solo traveler. So the tour guide told us that, hey, this is where our meeting place will be, and we had a map on our own, and he or she will give us like a specific time. We're going to stay here for an hour, and you have an hour to look around the place and take pictures. So that's exactly what I did, and I just had the best time. And these are the attractions that I go to. Gyeongbokgung Palace is the biggest and grandest palace in all of South Korea. Tip number 2, always carry a card from your hotel, because when you go to a certain place, you don't expect them to speak your language. And in Korea, they speak Hangul, and they have a different kind of alphabet. So drivers there, they don't know how to read the English alphabet, and so it's just convenient for them to just look at your hotel card and they know where to take you. And try to speak their language, even just the basic ones like hello, 안녕하세요, and you try to say thank you, 감사합니다, and you try to introduce yourself, 난 유리입니다, and thank you for the food, 잘 먹었습니다, like things like that. Like, even though you don't speak to them on a conversational level, at least you're trying, and trying goes a long way. So it's always a good thing to try. Namsan Tower is like the place to go to when you are in Seoul, South Korea. It's kind of like the Eiffel Tower of South Korea. So if you are in Seoul and you've never been to Namsan Tower, it's kind of like you've never been to Seoul. So make sure you check out the place. It's a beautiful place. And visiting war memorial and museums in Seoul made me admire Koreans and Korea as a whole even more, because the sacrifices and the patriotism that their citizens had shown to their country to make it the country that it is now is truly incredible and admirable. So I have so much respect for Korea and their people. Tip number 3, carry a Wi-Fi pocket with you, and you can get this at the airport. That way you're always connected. Number 4, stay at a hostel or in a small hotel called hotelet and meet other solo travelers and be friends with them, because you will get to meet a lot of people from different places and you will learn a lot from them and you will have fun. Tip number 5, eat their local food and try different local cuisines, because 1, they are cheap, 2, you have lots of options, and 3, Korean people will appreciate you being a foreigner trying their local food. These are just some of the wonderful places I have been to in Seoul, South Korea, and I cannot tell you how much fun I had in that place. It's just so dear to my heart, and the Korean people I met, I became friends with them, and they just warmed my heart. They're very kind, they're very sincere people, and I just love coming back to Seoul. Solo traveling made me realize how empowered I am as a woman, and that when I put my heart and my mind into something, no matter how scary it seems to be, that I can do it, that I am strong and I am brave, and that I am smart enough to figure things out myself, and that I can depend on me, and that I don't need anyone. I am independent and I am a boss. That's it, everyone. If you enjoy watching this video, I hope that you like and subscribe to my channel, Louie Loves. Until we see again, bye! Thank you for watching!